thousand stand is widely accepted. There are blind devotees who will accept anything as long as they are kept occupied. Numerous ceremonies are held to prevent anyone from thinking outside this system. This is a grand deception, a web of traditions, rules, and orders that has persisted since ancient times, which holds no real substance. The unbiased understanding of what is happening without interference is what I call reality. It allows one to silence their transient mind, understand oneself impartially, and face their eternal nature, thus living in reality forever. In the definition of a transient mind, love is merely a term for fulfilling one's interests. Excessive love often narrows down to physical relationships, producing offspring who, in a sense, are of a higher mental caliber than both parents. Such pure love between a guru and disciple cannot truly be understood within the confines of the intellect. If one possesses a pure intellect, then the deceptions labeled as love cannot exist. We have forgotten our true selves in the pursuit of love. We often cannot recall what we did just a moment ago. So, what self-serving love does the world proclaim? For 35 years, we have been unable to return to our essence. Someone could sit before us for 10 years, yet we cannot hold a thought of our true form even for a moment. This is because we are formless beyond our bodies, devoid of transient elements and qualities. No matter how many words are spoken, not a single one can remain in the memory of the transient mind. Words spoken lack the essence of the universe. We live in each moment, yet having become wise through a transient, complex mind, we cannot even think for a moment, let alone explore anything beyond this. After understanding oneself, nothing remains in the universe that requires understanding. Nothing permanent exists in this vast, endless, transient physical universe. What we see is merely the mechanism of nature. But what is nature? It is a complex system of various elements that arise from the possibilities presented by time. This mechanism of nature, which does not involve any words, beings, objects, or interferences, is merely the result of the processes of elements and their qualities. There is no existence of the soul or supreme soul. What we perceive as the creation of a third entity from the meeting of two others is, in fact, part of a larger system without any divine intervention. The 5 elements and 3 qualities are merely fragments of this vastness. Human intellect is limited, and to deny the existence of something we do not understand is not honest. When we comprehend the mechanisms behind something, it is termed science. When we cannot comprehend, it is labeled as mystery, miracle, or divinity. This is the nature of the transient complex mind. This vast, transient universe can be understood through science, while that which eludes understanding is termed a miracle, divinity, or illusion. Traditions, principles, and rules are formed, passed down through generations, while some clever individuals exploit them for fame, wealth, and power, deceiving the simple, innocent people. Both religion and science exist to ease life, devoid of inherent value. The perspectives and ideologies we form are also products of the transient complex mind. The mixture of permanent elements produces only transient things. Permanent reflections exist only in the heart as a pure and unbiased realization, often referred to as the soul or courage. This is the true state. Recognizing this permanent nature allows one to live in reality. According to my principles, a simple, pure person must silence their transient complex mind to attain impartiality. Only then can they understand the subtleties, depths, and permanent form to live in reality. If the complex mind seeks more complexity in the pursuit of knowledge, it only increases self-delusion. The transient complex mind generates numerous options for living, among which spirituality is one that has developed over the past 700 years. The guru-disciple tradition merely serves as a means to attract an ordinary person who regards the guru as more than God. The guru is bestowed with immense authority over the disciple, who must fully surrender, receiving false assurances of liberation in return. This system promotes ignorance, where the disciple is not allowed to ask questions. Isn't this tyranny? The guru-disciple relationship is a vicious cycle, where the disciple is not permitted to pose any significant questions. They must accept whatever the guru says, even if it contradicts reality. Over time, only blind devotees remain, willing to sacrifice themselves for their guru. Both the guru and disciple are trapped in this system. One was once a disciple, perpetuating this cycle. The complex mind generates confusion, leading to deep delusion. To find the infinite depth and permanent stability, purity is essential, arising from the heart. Only by silencing the complex mind can one become acquainted with the permanent truth. Anyone wishing to comprehend this truth can speak with me. First, understand yourself, then attempt to convey that understanding to others. If you are unfamiliar with your permanent nature, imparting knowledge to others is a deception. For ages, people have been caught in this delusion. If something had truly occurred, we would not be in this situation today. Understand that you are always a part of this transient, endless, vast physical creation until you recognize your permanent form. To achieve this, you must silence the transient, complex mind to develop a clear perspective and see the delusion in which you are ensnared. I understood all this 30 to 35 years ago, and today I live in reality, familiar with my permanent form. Everything has been made apparent. There is nothing to comprehend except the clutter accumulated in your intellect that obstructs your understanding of my words. Therefore, it is essential to silence this complex mind, as it is the source of ego and pride. My position is clear. Your intellect is the obstacle, creating the distance